According to wellness beliefs, dating back thousands of years, your body possesses an unspoken wisdom that we seek to enhance. These sources of energy, known as your chakras, lend power to your everyday pursuits and guide your state of well-being throughout the day. We created mantra essential oils to help you tap into these innermost points of energy. Mantra essential oils are nature's sources to align your energies, calm your senses, and connect with your inner self. We invite you to experience each blend traditionally used for its own therapeutic properties. Balance the connection between mind, body, and spirit. Mantra essential oils. Order from an affiliate today.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, how is everyone? Today we're going to talk about an upcoming show that I have with Cricket Song of Lunar Wisdom, where we're going to talk about how to develop your magical powers. I was thinking about writing about this on my website, but I thought I might as well wait, do her interview, so I have like extra stuff. Okay. Since we're talking about all of this and about good morning, bits of sunshine. Since we're talking about all of this, I'm going to take advantage of the situation because I'm like, I haven't written the page yet for my website, and I'm like, oh. And I wanted to remind everyone like to be patient with yourself, because right now we're in Mercury retrograde. We've been since the 29th of May. I've written it down here to make sure I know. We've been in the Mercury retrograde from 29th of March, and we're going to be in it until June the 22nd. And Mercury rules everything that has to do with communication. So internet goes crazy, like everything that has to do with listening, writing, reading, speaking, travel, cars, shipping, mail, everything that has to do with communication is challenging. It feels like you're walking with iron shoes. And because like a part of me has a type of discipline, but the other part of me as well thinks, okay, I need to be gentle with myself and navigate these two things of, on one side, be careful with not procrastinating, and on the other side, be a little bit gentle because we are in retrograde, and not as an excuse of not doing anything, but it doesn't hurt to respect the nature and the rules of nature. Nature has a way of doing things. Like now we are we call that waning moon. I don't remember in English. When the moon gets smaller, I think it's waning, and when it gets bigger, it's waxing. I think I have to look that up because I know these expressions in Dutch, but in English I need to look them up. But to make sure I'm not mixing waning and waxing, like now the moon is getting smaller, and those are moments where the nature is telling you slow down, relax, and build up energy for the next cycle. So we everything in nature goes in a certain cycle, and every time you want I need to work hard. I need to do this, because that's the way we're raised. Make sure you study. You have to go to college. You have to study. You have to work hard. You have to do this. You have to do that. Which, I'm not saying that that's a lot of bollocks. You need to do stuff. You're not going to sit and wait, but be like more gentle. At least that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm like be tolerant with the retrograde. I know, like, this month is not going to be like a month I'm going to get massive, fabulous results, because it's the retrograde usually gives a certain amount of confusion, delay, frustration. So I'm like, okay, stay cool. But anyway, so to go back to developing your magical powers. Thursday, I'm going to have a show with Cricket Song of Lunar Wisdom. She's been like a big influence in my life, because when I was starting to write my novel, I found her on YouTube, started following her, and yes, bits of sunshine. And that's why we need to take it easy, because you think, yes, but I've got a business to run, and I need to do this, and I need to do the show, and I need to do this, but I'm like, okay, like I'm doing the show live. After this show, I probably like take one. I'm like forcing myself, and I'm just teaching myself to manage, so like to manage resources. So like when I do the show, I probably will do another show that I won't publish, but that I will keep in the back end. So I'm trying to tape several shows, and then when I can go live, I will go live, and when I feel like then I will have like a backup shows that I can premiere the next day. So manage the resources in a certain way that you don't have to drag yourself in a way that's not healthy. The way society forces us or tells that we need to do stuff. Okay, so then I'm going to talk now about like the other shows. That's a great plan. Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm like, I do the show, and then it's like what you have to do with money. It's like you spend some, you put some in the bank. Okay, tape this show. After this show, the show is like 20 minutes max. I can as well tape another show, and then I keep that. And when and I'm doing that several times, so that like Friday, I have a masterclass, so I will use one of the old shows that not old, they're filmed this week, and I'm going to keep doing that so that I have backup. That's yes. Because we need to be a little bit how do you call that? Inventive, creative with stuff. It doesn't mean it's not a matter of not doing anything, because stuff needs to be done. It's a matter of managing your resources in a creative way, and that helps a lot. Okay, so like I said, this show I'm going to have Thursday with Cricket Song. It's going to be about developing your magical powers. Like I was supposed to write the page about magic. That's like a very brief introduction. A magical practitioner is probably like minimum a bachelor's degree type of education. It's a lot, okay? And I don't need to tell anyone that like a lama that in Buddhism, like Vajrayana, esoteric Buddhism, like the Tibetan Buddhism, so a lama, like Dalai Lama, the basic education to start is 6 years. High priestess is like 6 years. A pastor, a rabbi, it's at least 6 years. I took, and it's not even very intense, but I took 6 years as well to get my third degree Reiki. These kinds of things, they take time, and in this case, the knowledge was like a little bit more general, but magic is even deeper. Like Reiki is like this compared to magic. And when I started writing my novel, when I started researching, I'm noticing every time again and again that I'm just scratching the surface. I'm just scratching the surface, and it gets harder and harder. It's really worth it. Bits of sunshine, it's really worth it. It's I mean, I'm not impressed, I'm not easily impressed, you know. I see a lot of people on YouTube with big channels with a lot of subscribers, and I'm like, you know, my bullshitometer tells me that nah. But she's like a real person, she's like a real good person. I will read her energy like a tarot, you know, and she is a good person. Okay, so really a nice human being. Okay, so I was about to start writing the page of magic, and like I said, very brief introduction, and I will put links with books of other people, so you can like go deeper if you want to. But what I'm going to show you, the page about magic that I've just started writing. Look, because like I said, the Mercury retrograde is relentless. It's like it makes you walk like with you're walking like with iron shoes on. It's like it's like a terrible. But I mean, okay. Hi, Dom. Peace, respect, health, happiness, and love bits and TIBISAY. Oh yeah, bits of sunshine. Thank you, Don. Glad to have you here. Okay. So yes, I think I'm going to show you like a bit of a piece and show you like what we're going to talk about. Let's show you this. Okay, so my website, like it has a home, about me page, then we have like meditation, messages, and then we have magic. And oh, I'm here, meditation. Okay, I need to go to magic. Okay. In the page of magic. Here I'm explaining basically what is magic and does it exist, and I'm going to read a bit through the info, so so that when you see the show, you have like a very basic idea, so that because if not, you will get lost. Because like I said, the knowledge, like what you need to know to even scratch the surface, is at least a bachelor's degree level. Okay. Here I'm explaining like when I started to write fantasy, because I didn't know about all of this before I started to write. Okay, so when I started to write fantasy, I had to do research on several mythical figures like vampires, werewolves, mermaids, dragons, and witches. During this research, I discovered that magic is more than just a fantasy. I discovered Wicca as a religion and magic as a practice. Before my research, when thinking about magic, I imagined Harry Houdini or David Copperfield, or maybe even Harry Potter. Then I found out about a practice that's subtle, but because of that, not less powerful. So magic is not like when you see in Harry Potter, with I take a wand and boom, but hell, it works. Okay. So what is magic? There are several meanings, but when I use it on this website, I mean the art of producing desired effects or results through the use of forces of the universe by directing energies of nature to cause desired changes in one's life. So that's what I'm used, that when I'm talking about magic, that's what I mean. I don't mean like what Harry Houdini is doing or stage shows, none of that. And to answer the question, does magic exist? My opinion is yes, magic exists. I came to discover that magic exists. Here I'm explaining like the use of several words that have to do with magic. I mean, you can read all this on my website. And when I use the word magic on my website, I mean magic like the way Aleister Crowley is using it. I know he's a very controversial person, but regardless of what he has done, that's very, I don't know how to describe it. Let me call it dark. He has been like an important person in the research, and that's why I think it's important to show to explain his when he used the word magic, the general word, and the word magic the way he's using it. Okay, and that is anything a person does to fulfill their ultimate destiny, which is called one's true will, and your true will is something that you have to be very careful about, and be very intelligent about those kind of things, because I've noticed that if you don't do that, it can be you can get like a lot of unintended results. I mean, I don't need to. I mean, I could tell you hundreds of stories about, but I'll do that later. I'll see. Okay, so when we're talking about the magical powers that I'm going to talk about with Cricket Song, I'm going to talk about dream and dream work, like because I've dreamt things and seen them like the next day. So I remember once I dreamt about this thing, and the next morning, something horrible happened, or a big scare, like because I saw this thing that was like a worm. It became as big as a cat, came to my bed, yelled or screamed at me. I got scared, and then the worm that was as big as a cat became small, and then became like very small again. And then that day I got like a big health scare. My husband got ill, had to go to an ambulance, and now so I got like a scare, something that's small that became very big and then became small again, just to scare you and wake you up. Okay, so and I can tell thousands of stories about dreaming something and seeing it, knowing that's a warning. Okay, I need to talk quickly about this, about the magical powers that we're going to talk about in the show with Cricket Song. We're going to talk about dream and dream work. We're going to talk about astrology. We're going to talk about tarot. We're going to talk about scrying, alchemy, herbal lore, oils and essences, the runic system. That's the one the Vikings use. Knowledge of myths and stories, and what they try to teach us. Rituals and ceremonies, and finally about spells. How and like I said, because it's like a very short conversation, we cannot go deep. But let me see. Hi, Dom. So that's like the things that we're going to talk. If you want to, you can go to my website. I've always put my website down here, like www.TIBISAYFELIDA.com. You can go there, and there you can see all the info. And I'm planning to go deeper and keep writing more. Like I hope that after this terrible, like I'm exaggerating, but this walking with iron shoes retrograde after this, because it's so much about communication, I suppose that when that clears out, I will be more because when things happen to things have to happen, I cannot even stop myself. I'm like, I'm like, I need to do this, and I need to do this, and I need to do that, and I'm normally like when things have to be happening, I'm fully energized, and I'm like super enthusiastic, and I'm like. And if I'm feeling like this, that means that I don't need to just do enough to get by. And later on, I will have the time to like all these things, like all these magical skills that I'm going to talk with Cricket Song. I will go deeper into them, give like a deeper description, and still not enough because, like I said, to know all this and to dominate and have masteries about over all this is a bachelor's minimum. But I would say like a high priestess is almost like a doctorate, because it's the amount of knowledge you need to know is massive. Yes, I've always believed in it as well. I've always believed in magic my whole life. We use magic every day, but people don't realize it. We do it all the time, but we aren't aware. So yes, that's definitely true. Bits of sunshine, and we share that in common. So I really enjoy with her and describe together. Oh, that's like, she's good, you know. Like I said, I don't need to tell you. I really enjoyed your last video with her. Yes, I need to get to you. I know what you mean. You mean that you subscribed to Cricket Song. It's worth it. I mean, she's, like I said, I smell energy. It's crazy. It's and she's the real deal. She's the real deal. Okay, so that's it basically. Just wanted to remind you all of the show. Hope you're going to be there so you can ask questions. I'm going to pick her brain about all this kind of stuff. And don't forget to check out my website. My website is about feeling good and feeling empowered. And that's what I'm all about. I've taped a video that is not published yet because I'm not going to be available Friday, so I put it to premiere on Friday. But there, although I don't like to go very political, I'm telling like everything, like when. Thank you. Yes, I'm just a normal human being with flaws, but yes, I know that my heart is on the right place. Thank you. Yes, so I got so flushed. I felt so with a compliment that I forgot what I was about to say. But yeah, so if you go to my website, yes, I remember what I was talking about. Every time someone comes up with something, okay, because we're like in a period where if your vibration is not high, you could easily like roll into 3D. So every time somebody comes to you with whatever, the only thing you need to ask is, does this empower me or does this victimizes me? Everything that makes you a victim is a trap. Okay, it is a trap. And like I said, although I don't like to go too deep into politics because that's a trap as well. Like in the show Friday, I went like very superficially in things like, okay, does racism exist? Does this exist? Yes, everything exists. White privilege exists. Beauty privilege exists. Intelligence privilege exists. Gene privilege exists. Connection privilege. Everything exists. Okay, all these things exist. But focusing on them, will it empower you or will it victimize you, oppress you, or put you in victim position? Everything that's put you in a victim position is a trap. Everything that empowers you isn't. So I don't care. Like, does these things exist? Yes. Are you going to focus on them? I don't. Okay? I don't. I always find ways to dance around them, or because when push comes to shove, the truth is that vibration is everything, energy is everything, and no one can stop you really, really to do what you want. If I decide I want to earn a living as a model, I might not get a job on a catwalk in Paris. But if I decide that I want to earn a living as a model, I will be able to earn a living as a model. Okay, with with my normal normal body type, I will be able to do it. I swear. Everything can be done. It's always possible to dance around things, gatekeepers and people and so on. So, but I'll talk, like I taped a show, I think yesterday, and that will air Friday about that. So I don't need to talk too much about that. But basically, that's what I believe. Okay. So, but on the show about circumstances, I will talk about that. Okay. But enfin, so that's it. I'm like, usually this I try to keep the show for 20 minutes, not to bore people, because I know of myself that I tend to like go on tangents, go on like a squirrel here, squirrel that. I'm trying to keep it. But thank you for being here. Thank you for yes, and I will read. Okay, good. So thank you, and see you tomorrow, and have a nice day. Bye bye.